America with the messenger of knowledge. I wanted to do a specific video tonight for the channel because there's been a lot of commentary for the past couple of days on my Facebook Live, and it's been a couple of days since I've done one for the channel. Most of us know it's gotten progressively worse with the economic situation in the country as well as political. There's a lot of dirt being done in Washington. So I thought it would come on and instead of doing what like institutionalized platforms all day today have done, such as CNN, NBC, MSNBC, I thought I would try to break it down as simple as I can. In front of me, I have a little some notes that I would like to share with the country, as well as some commentary that I felt deserves to be broadcasted. Again, always giving you guys the privacy and with respect to your privacy. Number one, as Joe Scarborough, for example, on MSNBC said this morning at 7 a.m. this morning, this is tyranny, this is disintegration of democracy, etc. I want to point out to the country, the Democrats had their moment in Senate yesterday to make their case because, again, America, I think we get caught up in emotions always in this country when it comes to political culture, and we forget the pieces and the facts. They had their moment to say something. They said absolutely nothing. Half of them weren't even present. What does that say? We need to get our Democratic Party in check if we're going to continue this kind of political culture in America today. I need to call everyone out. TYT, Rebel HQ, John Iadola, the Damage Report. Again, cracking jokes, ha ha ha, he, you didn't go with progressive, so blah 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 blah. That's not helping the country at all. And instead of one commentator, and I'm going to call you out now, I'm not the one that should be shut down, my brother. Every single platform that is not giving you the information at an understandable level with the common everyday American voter, they need to be shut down. Wasting space, wasting tax money, and most of all, wasting our time. So, part two of my program tonight going to make it very clear and very simple. Instead of threatening to kill each other, we need to threaten to storm Washington as we the people and demand democracy or demand a new and complete total overhaul of our political culture and political power structure. The Democrats had two opportunities in the past 2 days to actually put their foot down because, again, the reason why I reiterate this again is because this is business in America as usual. I say it on my channel all the time, and this is a perfect example of one of those days as usual. This is a business, as well as any other business in America. The reason why the Republicans aren't at fault here, and it makes me nauseous, America, I'm not a Republican. Most of my viewers and most of you just can tell by the way I carry myself, absolutely not. That is not my scene. But again, they followed their protocol. They approached the Supreme Court in the Senate, discussing their stanchion on defending Trump, all 12 senators, and they spoke their piece. The Democrats were nowhere to be found and not present in that moment. Because again, they were too busy worried about their corporate Democrats. What's going on with the corporation? What's going on with my money? What's going on with my career? Never mind Trump making bribes and funding the militias for the past 12 months that we are all so terrified of. No. They were crying in the corner because their feelings got hurt because they don't know the art of the culture they're dealing with. The art of American political culture, again, America, as much as and as angry as you are, you're probably wanting to punch your phone by looking at my face, and that's understandable because I'm hitting you pretty hard. That's political culture in America. You have to bring a sales model. Why should I take the side of the Democrats over the 12 senators that want to keep their moneymaker in presidential power? How is he a moneymaker? Look at the facts. They're allowing to pardon him also, America, because most of your Republican congressional seats are criminals themselves, laundering our tax money with corporate Democrats such as Chuck Schumer, giving Nancy Pelosi pay raises every 6 months to keep her fat fucking cunty mouth shut, pardon my language. And all the evidence is at your disposal. So to make the video short tonight, because I just did a 20-minute live stream at jamesedwardvivad at facebook.com, I will put it down in a link in the description below. I feel this concerns me as well as the American people, because you're not being bought the information today as you should have been bought to you. To make it very short, Joe Scarborough whining and crying on how Democrats have lost because it's the Republicans' fault. Not this time. Anderson Cooper calling Trump a weak coward when he's almost an impenetrable authoritarian force right now in the country. He can't be touched, America. He can get away with almost anything because you don't have a Democratic Party to back up the wrongdoing. Because that's how the game is played. The Democrats back up the wrongdoing. That's not supposed to happen. They're supposed to stand up, pound tables, cuss each other out until they come to common ground on what the fair play is in the game. I can either give you two examples, America, very quickly. Either think of checkers or think of heroin dealing. I got a package that's a distance from me, a big package, at a good rate. My other possible supplier has a better rate. I want two stories from both players of this game. Let's use the drug game. Who's going to give me my best price? Who's going to give me the best heroin? And who's going to give me the best rate? That's exactly what the Democrats were supposed to do, for example, in the Senate yesterday. Why should I tell these 12 senators to go with the Democrats? That was not happening. So I thought I would, instead of sounding redundant, I have plenty of information available, again, at Facebook. America, calm down, stop dissing each other. This is not we the people right now. This is the Democratic Party. To also point out to Anderson Cooper, I'm trashing Anderson Cooper and Joe Scarborough because I want to back myself up, because these news broadcasts were horrible and we deserve much better in this country with the allowance of media and how much they can provide you these days, because it's not about whining and crying and pounding a news table when right now they should be standing up at attention, telling you guys, we, the people, what to do and how to handle the situation. On the context of the issue going down in Washington, D.C., with over 1 million Proud Boys and Oath Keepers marching, threatening to kill congressional Senate members. This is how you should handle it. If you're going to be present at this protest tomorrow morning, you need to have protection with you. And most of all, instead of engaging in the violence of these Nazis, you need to carry a better example for the rest of the world that will be watching. Because right now, as we the people, this is fair game. There is no law, there is no order, and politically, and speaking in terms of legislation, policy, and actual security in our country, it's in chaos. So we the people need to be better. Peace.